there film fans, long time no see, or at least a couple of weeks. I've been on holiday, been in LA and Vegas. If you're interested in what I got up to, I will be uploading videos to the channel. However, my way of filming is generally that when I'm really into something and having lots of fun and doing exciting stuff, I forget to film. But when I'm sitting on a plane or in a car in a traffic jam, that's when I remember to film. So if you're really up for watching me talk about what's going on while sitting in a car, then those are the videos for you. Anyway, today I'm going to talk to you about one of my favourite films this year so far, if not the top, and that is Disney's Jungle Book, which I thought was a modern day masterpiece. It doesn't entirely follow the Rudyard Kipling book, and it doesn't entirely follow the 1960s Disney animation. It has a slightly new storyline, but same kind of overall plot. You've got the man-child Mowgli out in the jungle, threatened by Shere Khan, the tiger. Bagheera the panther, Baloo the bear are keeping him safe. Everything about the film for me works really well. I can't really pick out any problems. I've seen some people have said that the 3D brought some elements of light loss, but I didn't go to a 3D screening because 3D sucks. So I didn't have that problem, and I just thought it was a joy to watch. I was engaged all the way through. Really beautiful retelling, engaging characters. I would say in many ways I found it more fun than the old animation, even though that is obviously a classic that I've grown up with, and I believe it was the first film I ever saw in the cinema. And Neil Sethi, who plays Mowgli, is the only actual actor in the entire movie. The rest of it is entirely CGI, and that might sound in itself slightly problematic, but watching it, you kind of forget. It's done so well that you do kind of get immersed in it. Every so often there's a second or two where you think, I'm not sure if that movement was 100% real, but hey, I don't spend lots of time sitting in a jungle watching tigers and panthers and stuff. So, you know, maybe they are right and I'm wrong. But very easy to forget that everything around the kid is animated. I don't know how a child of around 10 years old is able to act to an empty room and come across completely believably, but he did an amazing job. He was also really cute and likeable, very reminiscent of the old animated character. Even to an adult like myself, I was identifying with his journey. Really an amazing job for a small child. Bill Murray plays Baloo. I love Bill Murray, I stand by him whatever, but it is one of the better performances he's given, and definitely one of the better animated voiceovers he's given. Let's not remember bloody Garfield and Garfield 2, which apparently he only agreed to do because the director was called Joel Cohen and he thought it was the Joel Cohen. Also, Christopher Walken definitely seemed to know what he was doing a little bit more than he did in Eddie the Eagle. Whoever thought, hey, I know who we should get to play King Louie, Christopher Walken, they probably deserve a raise or something because it works really well. His song, some people are saying it was a bit out of place with the rest of the movie. I didn't really have a problem with it. Everyone knows that they're going to sing that song. Oh, and by the way, a Gigantopithecus is a real thing, or was a real thing. It's an extinct giant ape. I didn't realise entirely, I just thought he was a really big ape. But yes, they are an ancestral giant ape. Fact of the day for you there. I guess a little bit I was hoping that Baloo would come in a little coconut mask and with his little flower in his hair and Hawaiian skirt. But obviously that wouldn't fit with the rest of the film, but that still is a very memorable, iconic scene to me. I really enjoyed Scarlett Johansson as Kaa as well. It's an interesting casting choice to make Kaa a girl. I don't think that they are in the book, but I might be wrong. Nice way of doing a bit of Basil exposition on the plot. Really beautifully set as well, very kind of creepy lighting and looks really great. I like, again, that it was a giant version of a snake to kind of make it more of a threat almost. Idris Elba as Shere Khan, I had my reservations in Zootropolis about his acting abilities as a voiceover, although I love him as Luther and various other parts. I just found it kind of muffled almost, but he did a really good job of being quite intimidating as Shere Khan. There's a stampede scene, and having watched The Good Dinosaur quite recently, where there's also a stampede scene, I'm starting to think that Disney has a bit of a fixation on those at the moment, but it does make you think they've got to do a live-action Lion King at some point, which would be amazing, because Lion King's my favourite Disney film. CGI, as I say, is really amazing and completely immersive. I think this is definitely my favourite Disney live-action reimagining of a classic. Makes me look forward to some of the others that I've seen in preparation. I think they're doing Little Mermaid and Beauty and the Beast that I've seen. Fingers crossed they're going to be amazing. I can imagine that kids are going to be completely blown away by this. Great pacing, great acting, great look, enough humour to keep you going. Bill Murray has some really funny lines, but also enough threat to keep you concerned. Great film really very hard to find fault with. But what did you guys think? Did you love it as much as me? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Look for the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Forget about your worries and your strife. I mean the bare necessities are Mother Nature's recipes that bring the bare necessities of life.